Oh, yeah. Hello.
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 Welcome to. Oh,
There we go.
I'm gonna check if the sound works.
Yeah.
hi guys.
I can hear the sound.
Okay, let's do it. COVID cipher. Let's go.
Yo, check it.
Okay. Should we fade her out? Are we ready to start or no?
Hey everyone. Oh yeah. Ready? Go.
Yo, can everyone let me know if the sound is working?
Give us a wave if
What's
the
up,
sound is
Young Lions
working.
Cafe? What's going on, Tino Charles?
Hello. We are live.
Sounds good.
What's going
Bless.
prod
What's up, LA?
LA? Oh, yo, LA, what's going on?
Granville.
Hey, my love. Shout outs to Nicole, my lovely lady. I know because she asked me to shout her out.
Hey.
Let's go.
What's going on, Carl? 3D.
Ready?
Just
Yep.
joined.
Okay. Well, this is Interesting's live version. Is that going to record the repeating bit? Okay. Cool. Well, today we're going to be talking about COVID-19. I'm Ahmet.
And I'm Laura.
I'm Ricky.
And I'm. Hello everyone. My name is Eski.
And this is...
Would you like to say something?
Yeah.
So I guess interesting times right now. We're going to be talking about something that all media is covering, which is COVID-19. And I guess it's a fun thing that we're going to talk about. I mean, it's not fun for some people, but, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does everybody think it is? Or what is your understanding of coronavirus?
Shall I start or shall
Yeah,
Take
you
us
go
away.
ahead.
All right, so the question is, what does everybody think of it, and what is my understanding of it? What I think of it, at the risk of sounding insensitive and at the risk of being that guy, at the start, I thought it was one massive conspiracy theory.
Mm.
And that's the truth. And then now as time is progressing, I'm now starting to realize the impact that a virus or an epidemic actually has on this world.
Mm.
So that's what I think it is. And what was the other part of the question?
What it is.
What it is, I don't know what it is. I'm not well researched. I do know that this is the worst time to have allergies, hay fever, sickness,
Smoker's cough.
smoker's cough. I actually have quite a runny nose and a cough myself at this present moment. I did go to the doctors and I did get checked out and they said it was okay.
It's
Have-
corona free, everyone. We can celebrate that.
But
That's
I guess
good.
you never know, you know.
Yeah,
But
you know.
that's me.
So what it is, it's a virus. Oh,
Oh,
What's going on?
Yeah, you're coming in. Wait, what?
No, you're not coming in on mine.
we're having some
Go.
technical
Hello?
difficulties.
Yep.
Yep, you're on.
I can't hear myself still, but yeah,
It's cutting in and out.
virus. Can you hear me? Or not?
yeah. It's your cord.
Hello. Oh, this is
Yeah.
very hot.
I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah,
Hello?
it's a virus. I don't know
Yeah.
all the technicalities, but apparently it's like a version of SARS.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my understanding of it, I did watch a few videos here and there, and it came from an animal, and someone had consumed this animal which carried that virus. So I watched this whole video, and in China, in Wuhan, they have area.
Wuhan clan.
Ain't nothing to fuck with.
They have a thing called wet markets where they kind of like, it's like our fish market. I don't know. They just sell stuff like a tindahan in Tagalog, which is like a market. And they can sell food or any other export there, and pretty much they were selling like animals you can't get anywhere else. Like,
Yeah, I seen that.
yeah,
They had tigers. They had like all these like rare armadillos and all that.
yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
And in this wet market, they skin them, they cut them, they have all the feces, vomit, whatever, and they're handling all this food, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I guess even that, like OHS, you know, like
Yeah, 100%.
definitely someone's gonna get sick. So I guess that's my understanding of it, that it came from an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe a series of animals, from what I hear. Like one disease had to get passed on to another for it to go to another. And the reason why it could pass through so quickly and easily is because when they stored the animals at all these wet markets, they stored them in cages. And then as they stored them in cages, like the disease would just drop from like one animal
Oh
to the
yeah,
other.
I think we watched
Yeah.
the same
Yeah,
video, and it was
yeah.
like chickens on top, and then
Yeah.
somehow the virus, transported. And then obviously someone had consumed this animal and it just spread. And now we are at a crazy pandemic.
Level dragon.
So the coronavirus isn't actually misconception. It's not a flu-like symptoms, but it's not a flu. And the virus is a living thing that only survives if it has a host cell. That's what Carl said on the chat.
Thanks,
Word.
Carl.
Amazing, we got live info coming through.
Where? on
Thanks,
the chat?
Carl 3D. Shout out.
But yeah, so that's what coronavirus isn't. So it's not a flu.
Mm.
I don't know what that really means for us, but really it's a sickness.
Mm.
Yeah, and also I've heard that it is caused by 5G towers, and,
That would fall
And
under
it's a-
conspiracy theory.
and it's a cover up for what's happening in Hollywood. And
What's happening in Hollywood?
I don't know. There's so many conspiracy theories that I heard, but I try not to look. I know that one of the topics of today is to share some of the conspiracy theories that we've heard,
Yes.
but at the same time, I actually don't want to talk about the conspiracy theories because then we're spreading something that's
Not true.
totally false. Like for one example, someone on Facebook put up a list of conspiracy theories about what coronavirus might be,
Mm.
and then he just captions it saying, "I'm not saying that I believe this, but here's a list of conspiracy theories."
Here's some fear.
And I'm just
inside of
thinking,
fear.
I'm just thinking, like, well, like, don't share it. Like, it's, I don't know.
But perhaps
that's
it's
my
a good thing
Like,
to
it's-
kind of share these things to.
But I
get
know what
people
he's
to
doing.
question it.
He's protecting himself because he knows it's not
Why?
true.
What's he doing?
He's
Why
trying
is
to,
he
like-
protecting himself?
He's trying to say, you know, like, let me share this,
Mm.
but don't call me dumb.
Maybe you should out him.
I don't want to say his name, but
No.
Who is he or
that's
she?
that's what some of these people do. They're sharing conspiracy theories, but
Mm.
yeah.
Well, I guess because of all this coronavirus situation, how has it impacted you or the people around you or Australia? That's a good topic to talk about. You know, I guess I didn't think much of it when it started. I was like, oh yeah, someone's sick. You know, will never come here. And I guess it's still surreal. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, it's weird that this is happening. It's weird that we've now gone into lockdown. And yeah, so it's really impacting us. But yeah, last Thursday, I saw my dad because he helped us move some couches around the corner. And then a few days later, he received an email because he recently came back from the Philippines saying, hey, if you were seating in these rows, you need to go get checked because because there was someone that had tested positive on the plane. And when my dad told me this, it was probably Sunday already. I already saw you guys. I already saw my basketball team. Went to work. Like, I've just seen so many people I knew, and I was like, oh my God, if he tests positive, then we're
over.
all gone. We all have corona, you know? And this whole past few days, we were like,
People just tuned in to the point where you said we all have corona.
it's now trending.
So
Um,
when did you find out you had corona?
I don't have it. So thankfully, my dad did not tested negative for corona. It was so funny because we kept asking him every day, and he was like, "You're stressing me out. Stop asking me," because he didn't know. He he was worried as well. But
That's another thing. Why does it take so long to get results? If it's like such a, we're trying to contain it
Yeah.
and everything. Like, I feel like there should be like an expedited results thing. I don't know how it works.
we're in the 21st century. Like, speed it up. I get you. But I think the reason why it takes so slow for them to get the results is because the amount of people that are probably getting tested right now because they fear that they have it. And during this time, people might have allergies, coughs, whatever it may be, and they're like, "It's corona,"
Yeah,
you know,
that's me,
and
like right now.
yeah. So
Mm.
quite interesting that you
Mm.
say that, but I feel that's what it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how has this impacted you all?
Who's going first, Mehmet?
You can go.
How it has impacted myself and everyone around me. Wait, touching base on like what you were previously saying, I just want to know how fast this thing spreads.
Really
wh-
fast.
But this is
isn't
the
it?
thing, like, we've had one reported case at Plumpton, what's it called? Plumpton Medical Center.
Yeah.
And then we've just recently had another reported case today at the Quakers Hill nursing home. So that's 2 cases in the span of however long. Like the first case of corona to pop up in Plumpton, that was probably a week ago. And then why, if we've only had 2 cases, like how did that happen? You know, and then why hasn't everyone else around those 2 cases been infected? That's what I'm thinking.
They're
Like,
probably on the waiting list for their results.
why? How long is the result?
5 days.
Is it really 5 days?
Yeah.
3 to 5 business days,
Oh,
depending
shit.
on where you are, and they deliver it to you. No, I'm
Mm.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
Oh, I just got a message on my family Facebook. My mum says to all like her kids, "Please help each other at the moment. I really want to go back home, but I can't."
Oh.
She's in the
Aw.
Philippines
She
Oh,
wants to
wow.
go
and she's
home.
stuck there. Ain't that the saddest thing?
That is
Yeah,
sad.
it's actually quite.
Shout outs to my mum.
Aw.
Shoutouts all the way to
Or you could
Phils.
think of it as an extended holiday. Hey, silver
Yeah.
lining.
I'll let her know.
Is that?
Hey,
I'll
Mum,
say,
Ricky said,
Hey
don't
mum,
worry, you'll be
it's
right.
just an extended holiday. It's fine.
You'll be right,
Insight.
Mum.
Is that being insensitive? That's what I'd like to know.
Cracking jokes.
Is that a joke, or is that a way to bring positive light to a situation?
I feel that it's not insensitive.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying all the memes that have been going around
Mm.
because this started.
Yeah.
But I guess it's more insensitive when people. Oh, I don't know.
Sorry, just to address. I'm reflecting what the people are saying. Ricky, you're asking like, how fast did this thing spread?
Yeah.
And you're saying it's not spreading as fast as people are thinking.
No, I'm not saying that. It was genuinely curiosity as to how fast this actually spreads. It was
Oh,
just more
okay.
of like, how fast is this spreading if we've had 2 reported cases within our specific area,
Yeah.
and how come there hasn't been an outbreak around the people who have been
the
around
West.
these 2 people?
I think for me it's like trust what the science is saying. Like it
Yeah.
spreads really quickly, and the strategy that society should be taking is social distancing, and that's what's limiting it from spreading really fast.
Yeah.
And shout outs
Aren't we
to
doing
from
the
the
wrong,
ground up.
wrong thing right now by being in each other's presence?
100%.
And
Yes.
considering the
Indeed.
1.5 meter rule, like, is that
We all could be in the shot.
Yeah, I
mean-
know. Blame Dennis.
He was forcing us to sit together. But yeah, it's just crazy how much impact this virus has had. Like, I guess the first time it impacted me was when I was out to lunch for work, and then they told us, you guys need to leave the office now because someone had been in contact with someone that was tested positive with coronavirus. And then we're like, whoa, this is real, So then went
Yeah.
home, whatever, thought nothing of it, told to come back next week. And then a week after, we were told at like Sunday night that we had to work from home. And till this day, I still find it surreal that,
It's
We're-
had this impact.
that
Yeah.
I'm still at home you know, isolated or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's just crazy that, yeah.
I find, given the recent circumstances, because we're all like, I would say we're all in the entertainment industry, and then having the corona news come out, like, was a shock to us all. I would say, like, me personally, like, my month cleared out just like that on the Monday it got released. That's like how it affected me. But yeah, so to answer your question, like, that's how it's like affected. I don't know, just even just like my lifestyle. It's like, oh wow, it's not that I'm working from home. It's just like there is no work.
Yeah, wow. And a lot of people that work in entertainment, hospitality, travel, even
Yeah,
travel is
wow.
out the window. I mean, like, that's a bit hard for a lot of people that are flight attendants, pilots, whatever it may be. Their businesses are out the window. So it's kind of like people's livelihoods are on the line, which is a huge negative impact.
100%.
So I guess, yeah, it's so crazy that Bill Gates video, that Bill Gates predicted this.
The TED Talk.
And he was saying that we don't have the capabilities to deal with the pandemic. Like, we weren't prepared.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why they're still freaking out. They still don't know what to do
Yeah.
besides contain and isolate, and yeah.
I think the foundation, I think it's because it's never happened before. We, as a society, we never really considered it a possibility or an option. We all just like going through like life how it is. You know what I mean?
What hasn't happened?
As in, like, we've never reached an epidemic of this level before. So how can we prepare for an epidemic of this level if it's never happened? It's like it's never affected us.
Is that facts?
Through my lifestyle, like my lifetime.
Yeah, like in our lifetimes. Yeah, definitely. But
So
I don't know,
that's
like
what
the
I mean.
plagues and stuff, like
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
pandemics, have they, I don't know, their reach. But obviously they were in like earlier times.
Earlier days, yeah.
Yeah.
But if anything, we've always overcome something
Yeah.
that has impacted, you know, the nation deeply. So it's kind of like thinking, okay, yeah, we're in a weird time, a weird space right now. But if anything, it's going to get better. Like, we won't stay in this forever. I feel like this isn't going to last forever, but it's just for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. LA saying the sporting industry, entertainment industry, tourism have all gone down the drain.
Wow.
My sister works in tourism, and today she just found out she lost her job.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Fuck.
My
sorry
whole
to hear,
family's
Fiona.
feeling it.
Mm.
Families overseas. It's crazy.
Wow.
And my younger brother is a primary school teacher, and they're going to be feeling it in a different degree.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas they're going to be, I don't know what's happening with the schools, but they might be forced to stay in there as teachers because kids or the economy can't support kids coming back home during work hours
Yeah.
for some workers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to be crazy times. And I think Ricky's right. We haven't done something like this has never happened before, provided the context. So the world's been like going through globalization, internet, people are traveling way more than they used to.
Yeah.
And then with the current stuff that's happening, it's just a pandemic has never happened in this
Yeah.
current context.
Yeah.
Remember when all that content was coming out before? Probably when we all just started to be aware of global warming and all that, how there was a bunch of memes, not even memes, just like a bunch of information saying that we only have enough resources within this world to sustain us for like 3 more years.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But that's sort of what I was sort of getting at, in the sense where it's never, fair enough, we know the information, like Bill Gates was telling us, you know,
Yeah.
but it's never affected us. Like the bushfires,
Yeah,
like the bushfires never affected us until we seen, like,
The
we couldn't
smoke.
fucking breathe.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think something has to directly affect us as a society in
Until
order for us to,
to feel it.
yeah,
And perhaps maybe that's why I feel like it's so surreal,
yeah,
because I'm not directly impacted by it, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like, maybe, yeah, but perhaps maybe you're feeling it because your family's affected.
Oh
by
yeah,
it. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, definitely. And I got all this news today, and then I felt the urge to call them
Yeah.
on the group chat, and
And to check if they're okay.
yeah, Yeah.
Because it is definitely a rough time for a lot of people. So it makes sense why, everyone's encouraging each other. Check on your friends,
Yeah.
'cause you never know what they're going through right now, especially in isolation. That's the worst, when you're feeling down and you're already alone. It can definitely have a negative impact. And I guess a weird thing is the toilet paper thing. Out of nowhere, people went a little crazy about toilet paper. Like, I
Yeah.
just didn't get it. Like,
I guess these are all signs that the world's going to a global meltdown. Like, you don't necessarily see it straight away, but when you start to see people panicking, it's like, I remember back when I was in finance, there was this story that everyone would always tell me, or that would go around. This one guy who was like quite a wealthy like investment banker or something like that. He then knew too that the world was gonna come into like a recession or like a global meltdown because the person that was shining his shoes was asking him about particular stocks. So I think people buying toilet paper and hoarding toilet paper like globally, that's a sign that this is something that we've never ever encountered before. And to see that like firsthand
yeah,
and to see the cycle of it happening, like that to me is crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's full on. And like, I don't know, because the way that they had reacted, it kind of makes me think if this goes bad. I mean, I don't think it's that bad here in Australia yet.
Yeah.
But if it goes if it just skyrockets, like how will people react then, and what would that look like? Like,
What do you mean by
if
skyrocket?
Yeah.
because, like, for example, if our cases just like peaked.
Well, in Victoria, didn't it double in a week?
Oh, really?
Like this week?
Fuck.
I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then what does that? How many? Actually, I don't want to get into that because I might say something that I would regret saying. It was in regards to like the deaths and like how many people have been dying and how many people have been sick and all that stuff.
And how many people have been recovering?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know the data.
But those are questions worth like seeking if you're listening.
Yeah.
They're questions worth looking at, because I think when you look at the rates of recovery, it gives us a bit of light and a bit of hope.
Yeah.
It's a very shit thing that's happening, but
And even
Yeah.
China is like contained now, so they
Yeah.
haven't had any new cases. So
Apparently Wuhan, like at Wuhan, or if I'm pronouncing it correctly, they are starting to let people go to work again.
wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
so they're just coming out of the I don't know what they would call
The
it.
peak.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
peak. They're coming back down now.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's a good sign.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So there's hope, like at the moment we just, because it's just coming here, we're just containing it by isolating and,
Yeah.
so we're doing the precautionary steps, but hopefully it doesn't get to that point here in Australia,
Yeah.
because I feel like it's still in its early stages here.
Most
So,
definitely.
yeah. Yeah.
How's America with it?
Well, my cousin's in Chicago and she was telling me they are in lockdown.
Yeah.
And my sister said a really good point about this. The reason why their cases are peaking is because of their poor healthcare system.
Yeah.
Not everyone can afford to go to the doctor because you have to pay for it if, unless you don't have private healthcare or whatever. So a
Yeah.
lot of the time, people that may be carrying coronavirus, they can't get checked if they're positive or not. So that's why it's just continuously peaking. It was so insane to see the most iconic places be empty. That's crazy.
Wow.
Seeing the San Francisco Bridge, LA, all their roads are empty, and that's normally bumper to bumper, so it's quite interesting how much it's impacted America.
Yeah. Apparently, I haven't checked this up. Apparently, it costs $3,000 to be checked if you have coronavirus in America.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's why a lot of people aren't,
Getting it
checked.
checked.
because they
But-
don't have private health insurance or
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I don't know this.
Yes.
I
Can someone fact check?
yeah, please, someone please
Yeah, we'll
fact check
fact
me.
check that
Tell
one.
us if that's accurate. 3K.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of where, when I think about that, I'm so grateful that here in Australia we have great healthcare, we have Medicare, and during these times of hopelessness and fear and anxiety, you just have to realize, like, man, like, I'm so grateful that we have the services, we have dedicated people working in those services, and yeah, there's so much to be thankful for, even though there's so much negativity in the world right now. I mean, yeah, I don't want to sound insensitive, but I'm thankful that, I don't know, like, we're grateful that we're healthy. We're grateful that we're able to be here. We're grateful that we're neighbors, like,
So
yeah.
I do see this point as a good period to rest, though. Yeah.
What was the other thing you were saying yesterday?
Wait.
Planning.
Yeah,
Like,
plan.
steps
Yeah.
ahead, yeah.
But even saying that, I realized that could be quite insensitive.
That while this is happening, you're
Yeah.
like thinking
I
of
don't-
like your next steps.
No.
You're like,
I
It's
don't
like-
think that's bad. I think because like we're always going to be thinking about our next steps, and like
Yeah.
might as well, now that the pace has slowed down, we can, and then like
and sorry, you know how you were mentioning all these people had lost their jobs and whatnot.
Mm.
It just reminded me how, for example, an Olympian would spend so many years training, blah blah blah, becoming an Olympian. They play games, they win medals, blah. And by the time they retire, they're like, what do I do with my life? So it's like they tied their worth and value to that one thing. So yeah, you might have lost your job, and struggle with your livelihood. But it, like, during times like this, it's like a challenge to adapt. What can I do new? What can I do different? What's an area that I wanted to try? I think we as humans, we tend to just believe that we're supposed to be one thing.
What do you mean by that? We as humans, we're meant to.
Like, you're supposed to just have one job, or, like, stay in one industry for the rest of your life, but we
Or, like,
grow, we change.
even then you can be in that industry or have that one job, but you kind of change how you approach it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, innovation comes out of times that shake the structure. Like
Wow, look at
Yeah.
you spitting some truth,
Well,
some,
our organization, we do counseling, and now we're going to phone counseling.
Oh, yes.
And we run youth programs, but now we're going to run them online. But we are lucky to be in an organization that's quite innovative. I'm hearing a lot of people complaining about the institutions and organizations that they work for that are remaining stagnant throughout this, and they have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that I'm within that.
But
that
then
field.
again, that's like a challenge for people. Like, why are you relying on someone else to give you
Yeah,
direction?
sure.
A lot of the time we complain about the government. Yeah, they don't do the greatest job or whatever. But you yourself have responsibility. You have choices that you can make, and you're not limited. The only limit is your thoughts. You're capping yourself. So challenge yourself, adapt, innovate, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sorry, I keep moving my dog out of the way.
Oh,
Just
she
so she
wants to
doesn't-
be in the picture.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, because I was like,
interesting.
because Dennis, Mr. Max, he was saying, what do I do now? Because he feels like he doesn't have any jobs. And
Yeah.
crazy enough, like, you can run some online streaming services,
Yeah, We've also got the New South Wales government has just tuned in into
Oh my
our
gosh.
into our live stream. The actual New South Wales government. Is there anything that
Wow.
you guys want to tell New South Wales?
Wow.
Gladys Berejiklian.
Just like to know what type of stimulus package could be catered to individuals like us.
They're coming out with some stimulus
Yeah,
packages.
didn't they
Yeah.
double, like,
I was
Oz
just talking about
Study?
us, like, specifically right now on the chat.
Oh.
I'm encouraging people to just jump on Centrelink, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And that's what a lot
online
of people are
as well.
doing.
online, yeah.
Man, how big are the lines?
The lines are huge, but
Dude.
you can go online.
Yeah.
Well, if you can access.
If you can
Well,
access
that's-
online. 'Cause I
That's
think
probably because the site's crashing
crashed
now,
down.
so that's why everyone's going in to line up and
but
stuff.
working class, stay persistent, you know.
Yeah.
And there's an article on the ABC that they've just released. It's like simple steps on how to apply for Centrelink, which they've never done.
Yeah.
It's such a fucking hard thing to just apply for Centrelink.
And they've really streamlined it. Like they got rid of waiting times. The online stuff was if you were signing up for the first time, you have to go in person and you have to do like some ID checks and stuff.
Yeah.
But now, like, they've gotten rid of that, so you don't have to go in. So I don't know when
Well,
it starts, if it's already started. But
John, hello, shout out to the real John DLSR.
Yo,
DLR.
John.
What are you saying? If it doesn't,
He said if it doesn't crash, LOL. Yes.
indeed,
So that's why you go and line up.
stay persistent.
What was the other topic that we were going to? Theories and conspiracies.
Okay.
He wants
Go.
to start. Go.
All right. Should I start?
Yes.
Look,
Oh yeah, you go. You go. You go.
all I'm saying is, when coronavirus started, 5G towers started.
No.
I'm not saying that 5G towers caused coronavirus. I'm just saying they started at the same time.
So what are you implying? What exactly?
These are the
you
conspiracy
implying?
theories I'm hearing.
But I want to know what it like. You know, how is that related, or you know, what is it?
All right,
You
Ricky,
know?
do you wanna take this one?
I'll take it after I take my dog out.
take her out.
No, I'm not taking it. I just wanted to stop going over this side, you know, just to
Mm-mm.
preventative measures. But she looks sad.
Aw.
Sit.
Ebony.
You
Okay,
careful,
sit
little walk
down.
around.
Sit.
She's gonna knock things over.
She just wants to have a little sniff.
Ebony, come here.
Ebony.
All right, so we'll get into the conspiracy theories.
Yes, let's go.
All right, so conspiracy theories. I just find it funny that the moment the pandemic Netflix series came out,
That came
Here we
out
go.
after they launched Corona, wasn't it? Not launched Corona.
Launch
That came
launch
out-
who launched Corona?
Launch Corona.
The bats, Eski, the bats. Yeah, go on.
But yeah, so that I'm basing this all off one video that I seen.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a lot of
Tell us.
I haven't fact checked anything. I look into conspiracy theories for the fun of it, and I like to believe them for the fun of it. But there's a lot of I'm not gonna go into detail on it. One, because I don't know it off like the top of my head, and two, because I don't want to be putting that type of information in case.
But go, say it.
Well, it was connected to the whole. This company owned this company, then this company was paid out by. This company was started by like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and then the pandemic thing happened, and then they were saying how they first tested 5G in like Wuhan, China.
5G, I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
so
5G.
And then, like
You're
a symptom
saying-
of 5G is that it causes flu-like symptoms.
Boom.
What?
Yeah, I'll show you guys the video.
Oh, health concerns. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, that was a concern
So it-
about 5G.
And I'm gonna say this just to save myself. Not that I
Yes.
believe in it,
Yes, yes.
but in saying that, I also
What's
did say
5G?
I believe in conspiracy theories.
The New South Wales government is asking us what 5G is. So 5G is a internet speed connection.
And RJ is in total agreement with you, Ricky. He understands you. He's saying watch Contagion.
Is that about 5G?
It's
By
more
the way,
than just a
guys,
drama. It's a documentary.
when Telstra, Vodafone release your new plans, they're
Yeah.
gonna put in a little disclaimer: it may come with coronavirus.
Really?
No, you
Oh.
rat
Oh my
bastard.
gosh.
You won't believe me. Wow. You
I don't
guys
know.
are really vulnerable. Oh, not vulnerable. Gullible.
Gullible.
I didn't really hear any of the conspiracies until you spat some
Oh,
a few
really?
weeks ago to me.
Did you look into them?
No, I didn't. But
Did you come up with your own?
No. But 5G, I'm pretty sure it was also being tested in like Boston and stuff. So
Did they have
don't know.
corona in Boston?
I'm
Can
curious
someone
to see
fact
the
check?
cases of corona.
Can
in
I
Boston
just
then.
say I had this theory
Yeah.
that with this whole pandemic coming up, someone was going to come up with a cure, and just like Resident Evil,
Yeah.
the umbrella company, whoever that may be, creates a vaccine, and then these people with coronavirus take these vaccines, and then zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's
Keen.
like I feel like that's what it's coming to, you know? Like,
Don't take the vaccine.
Hey,
is
can
what Laura's saying.
Can we talk? Can we talk hypotheticals?
yes.
Like an interesting conversation that like I had with Eski, as well as I think it was Ruben,
Yes.
aka Tax. I don't know if you guys have heard that. He's a really good DJ. Tax.
What was that?
Oh, hold up. Let me get my dog out. Ebony, come.
It's fine. She likes my pats.
All right,
But yeah,
cool.
continue with
Um,
tax.
Okay. Let's say this coronavirus thing blows over, yeah, and whoever's gotten the vaccine, so whoever's gotten coronavirus doesn't need to worry about getting coronavirus anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah. Chicken
So
pox.
it's kind of like herpes.
Yeah, like chickenpox,
oh yeah,
for example.
chickenpox. Sorry, not herpes.
Ebony down.
So just to clarify, you can still get herpes if you've had. Actually, it doesn't leave, right?
Yeah,
How do you know?
You have herpes forever.
I don't know.
Hold up, let me get
Ebony.
back.
Just real quick shout outs. Just really quick, you know, because you know
Okay.
these viewers really want to.
Yeah, thanks
Share.
guys for
Thanks for
watching.
tuning
Number
in. We're gonna have a
one.
Q&A.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah, we're having a Q&A
so
at the
we-
end, so
just-
please hang tight.
just before we get into hypotheticals, people
Okay.
are telling their theories of what actually
okay, let's
happens.
hear him. Let's hear him.
John's saying it's all because it's the year of the rat.
What's that mean?
Oh.
Year of the rat, the Chinese New Year.
That's my
Because
year.
all the rats carry
All the
the
rats carry
diseases.
the virus.
Not
Um,
all rats carry diseases. What about Michael Jackson's Ben Rat? Come on, everyone loves Ben.
Who's Ben?
I always-
Ben! What the heck?
Who's Ben?
Ben, the two of us knew no more.
What do you mean Ben Rat?
I'm done.
Anyways,
Ben
RJ saying
I don't know.
it was a man-made virus that was released in 2011.
Did you make it, RJ?
I'm not sure where he got
Seemed like
that
the
fact
time.
from. Shout outs to Vulnerable. Shout outs to Wayne.
Shout out to
People just waving at each other now. I don't know if they're listening.
Hello.
Hey everyone,
guys.
feel free to have your own conversations and
New,
I actually like reading people's
New
conversations.
South Wales government says my ex is a rat.
Okay.
What
back
gender would the New South Wales government be?
I'm pretty sure that's Gladys. Hey Gladys.
to ScoMo.
GB.
All right, so back to hypotheticals.
Okay, so hypotheticals. Okay, so everyone that had the coronavirus doesn't need to worry about having the coronavirus anymore.
Yes.
But then everyone who didn't get the virus then gotten vaccinated
Yes.
so that they don't get the coronavirus anymore. Yeah? Is that making sense?
Yes,
so there's two sets
like
of
the
people.
flu shot. Yeah.
So there's people who have been vaccinated into getting coronavirus,
Yes.
and there are people who have gotten coronavirus.
Yeah.
Making sense so far, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
following.
Let's say, hypothetically, due to global warming,
Yes.
the people who had coronavirus are able to adjust to the outside temperature. But the people with the vaccines,
Did not adjust.
yeah,
So then they become
But-
zombies.
yeah, but they can't get the virus anymore because they've been vaccinated for it.
Are you following? Are
Imagine
you
if
following
that
this?
I'm not.
if that was
So
That was the
you're
thing.
saying if global warming happens and those that had coronavirus, no effect.
yeah,
And then those
because they can adjust to the heat.
those that did not get coronavirus and took that vaccine,
Yeah,
they'll have effect.
their body can't
Take it,
their
so then
body
they
can't
die.
adjust to the heat of
Interesting.
the warming world.
Very interesting hypothetical theory.
Is
Thank
that-
God it's only hypothetical.
Yeah, but I want you guys to like.
I
be
get
more
it.
involved.
Do
That's
you
why I asked
involved?
this. That's why I asked
Visit
this.
our website.
Can I get a
Amen.
dramatic zoom on my one? This is what I heard. Are you ready for this one?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this might offend people, but this is what I heard.
Okay.
What?
Tom Hanks never had coronavirus.
Ooh.
He was a pedophile.
Ah.
The heck?
and he was going into hiding because he was going to get caught out for his pedophilia.
No.
That's what I heard.
Where'd you hear this
Is
off?
this another theory?
That's a conspiracy theory.
Where'd you hear this off?
I can't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Don't be breaking hearts like that.
I know, I'm
love
not.
you,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like when people spread it because it's such a.
So then you need to stop
Bullshit.
talking.
What's
Yeah,
his name?
true. That's
I'm kidding.
The Harvey Weinstein guy has just been.
Tested
Diagnosed.
positive.
Yes.
Yeah, how
Let's
crazy is
go.
that?
I'm sure everyone's celebrating that. You
Yes. Let's rejoice.
know. I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, look, Wayne's heard of it. Wayne's just saying he's heard
Hello,
of this
Wayne.
thing.
Wayne's the one that wrote the article.
Wayne's the
guys.
one that's
Come
spreading
on.
this.
Hey, everyone, put your theories and your hypotheticals and your conspiracy theories in the comments below.
Yes, we want to know and we want to discuss.
Oh, wow. New South Wales Gov is inviting or atting Queensland Gov. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, they
It's
just
a
closed their borders.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did
they
close their
did, they
borders.
did.
Low key sad, but it's not like I was gonna visit my sister anytime soon because their flights are too exy. So whatever.
And
She's
Queensland's
alright.
only good for the theme parks.
That is not true. They
well,
are
they lost the
good.
Great Barrier Reef.
They still have it. Calm
Okay.
down.
Half.
It's you need to calm down.
Rah!
Okay, let's just say the zombie thing started happening.
Yeah.
Will you be in offense or defensive mode? Will you be in hiding? Will you be running? Or what would you be doing
I think the only thing
if right now you
Yeah.
heard Oh wait, it's Greg.
He's there.
Okay, go on.
I think,
Shoot.
Good.
in all honesty, the best way, I would say the only option to do is to be in hiding in a zombie apocalypse.
But they can smell you and break into doors and stuff.
How do you know that? Have it is facts?
Resident Evil. I saw my dad play it when I was younger. RJ has something to say. We need to fight this virus. We made it.
Oh, how do you plan on fighting it, RJ?
Interesting.
RJ wants to join the chat. He really does.
He wants
Okay.
to join the chat. All right, let's
Let's do
invite.
it.
Let's invite RJ.
But that doesn't get shown.
Um,
Oh, it doesn't. No,
through-
no. The volume will get affected.
Wait,
Dennis.
hold on. Watermellow said, "I've played heaps of Left 4 Dead.
DM me.
DM me for survival tactics."
I trust him. I'm with Wayne.
Okay,
I-
calm down.
I'm
He's
with
a
Watermellow.
DJ. What's his agility like? What's his defense like? Can you cook? Can you build tents? I don't think a DJ will save my life.
What are your essential
Okay,
skills,
thinking.
Watermellow?
He's gonna hate me.
This is a screening.
Nah, jokes. Okay, so Ricky, answer my question. What
was
would
the
you do?
question? What would I do?
Defensive, offensive, hiding. What would you do?
I would probably go
Go into
Either-
hiding. I
either-
think that's what you said.
either hiding or offensive.
Pick one.
You can't. You c-
I guess
How?
hiding is also defensive, so it's like
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
so
Go
you
on.
do both.
but then I
Let's
think
see.
if you go on offensive,
Joyko
that's the easiest
said,
way to kill
okay. Watermelon said DJs can do more than DJ. That's,
That's
racist.
racist.
Joy Koi can say, I can cook food for y'all in the zombie apocalypse.
Okay, you're part of us now. Thank you so much.
You're part of us without the zombie apocalypse.
We're taking notes of whoever can have these skills. We'll meet here at a certain time, and we will
How many DJs do we need in a zombie apocalypse?
none.
At least
No, we
six.
need
Yeah,
heaps.
people need a party, man.
100%. Unless there's no I'm not joining the party unless there's a DJ.
Yeah.
Dude, just Spotify playlist that, man. That's
Bruh. We actually have quite a few DJs watching right now, so I don't think they're going to be very favorable.
fine. Bring your dags and we can use them as a weapon. We'll put him to sleep. Okay, no. Mams, what would you do?
I reckon a mixer would be a mad clobbering tool.
It's clobbering
I don't
time.
hate you, Wayne. Calm down. We need a little LOLs here.
Memza.
Okay,
What would you do?
Mems goes,
What would you do?
what would you do?
in a zombie apocalypse? I would go defensive,
Uh-huh.
but I would like to have a weapon, and I would like to have a sword because of that one girl in The Walking Dead.
Wow, a
'Cause
sword.
It's far away enough that you can like still hurt the
Someone,
zombies.
yeah.
But like,
Interesting option of
not
a weapon.
it's not as loud as a gun.
And you don't have to
Yeah.
reload
Um,
your sword every time
yeah,
you use
exactly.
it. Yeah.
But
But then what
I
if
would like to have a
it-
weapon.
okay, yeah. A
But
sword would be
defense,
good.
defense.
Yes. I would go into hiding
Yeah.
because I am scared. I don't think I could save my life if I could. So, I don't mind turning into a zombie.
How could, wouldn't you rather fight then? Like you're just giving up.
I would just prefer them to take me.
Oh,
So then I can fight you.
alright.
Fight y'all.
Understandable.
What would you do?
I would be the guy that runs straight for the
Clarissa's joining my army. Let's go.
I'd be the guy that runs to the telecom and keeps the phones working for everyone else.
Wow, that's really nice of you.
That's gonna be my job.
Are you
Yeah.
sure? Or are you just saying that?
100%. That's
Dude, why don't you work at Vodafone then?
And do you know the first thing about telecommunications?
I don't know a thing
I'm just gonna
about.
call you out. what gives you the credibility of taking on that role?
I used to work in a call center, so I know how to call people
And you can
Yeah.
also
during lunch.
Okay.
But actually, I don't know if Benji's still in the chat, but we talked about this before. He said a really cool thing. He said, just go inland, get all the weapons you can get, and just go inland.
And then what do you do inside the land?
You start a commune.
A tea?
A community. And then you just live. And then,
And then
with
what? But
whatever
they'll
like
come-
zombies.
But then
Trails.
they'll come to you.
But I don't think they'll be coming in hordes. They'll come in like 10s.
Haven't you
Waves.
ever watched zombie
Waves.
movies?
And then you kill them.
Have you played Plants vs Zombies?
No.
No.
Oh, that's like this game.
I bet a lot of disappointed people were like, as if you haven't played Plants
Yeah.
vs.
Benji
Zombies.
said survive in the land.
Oh, by the way, Clarissa, I've got shoes for you.
RJ's down to start a tribe.
We're very peculiar. We're very
RJ, I'll be in your tribe. You'll just be you and me.
I'll join on occasion, RJ.
There's a limit. Interesting. But any other theories before we shoot over to a little Q? Oh wait, no, we're not doing Q&A yet. Sorry guys, too excited.
Oh,
But we were gonna talk about isolation and what have we been doing
oh yes.
during the lockdowns?
And tips on what
yeah,
to
tips
do.
and tricks, I
Okay.
guess. So what have you been doing?
So hey, honestly, my day hasn't changed that much since before isolation. Yeah, but it's nice having like people around.
Can you give him context? Like, what were you doing before the pandemic?
Oh, so like before, I was just like staying at home. I recently got a job,
Yeah.
but it went away just as fast. Just
He
like
was
corona.
doing Tingz. He was doing Tingz, you know?
Yeah, we were trying to do stuff, just like design shit and
Yeah.
everything, and then and we're still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I can spend time with Laura. 'cause
Yes.
she lives just next door.
Yeah, so
She's
some
at home.
context. I live next door and I've been working from home. It's been about a week. It was fun the first 3 days. And being an extrovert, low key, it started affecting me on Friday. I'm like, I need to go outside. I was struggling.
While
but
we were
like-
outside, she said that.
I mean, like outside of Duneside, you know? But yeah, it's been lovely because I guess I see Dennis and Mehmet. They're here during the day and we just have some funsies. Yesterday we were kicking around a giant, what do you call those balls? A Swiss ball?
Testicle.
Gym ball.
We were throwing around a gym ball. I went over the fence and, we were
But-
just having some funsies over the fences.
But sometimes you see people more that you don't want to see. Like,
Are you referring to me?
no. I'm referring to our other neighbor who's always over.
Can we give them some context?
Bruh, I'm pretty sure he listens. He follows us.
He's probably listening to right now.
Greg.
I'm scared.
I'm not talking about Greg. I'm talking about my other neighbor,
Oh,
Dave.
alright. Love you, Greg.
So some context, we just have another person that lives within the vicinity of us who does not know what boundaries are. And I feel that's because we did not set our boundaries. When I say we, I mean Eski.
I like that he's within my boundaries.
Okay.
Just
Says the one
saying.
that runs away. Let's see. They
What am I
sound like
saying?
fake names. I have a question. If you were positive for coronavirus, would you tell anyone? And what would you do in your last day?
He sounds like he's asking for himself.
Would I tell anyone? Yes.
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 What would I do in my last days, assuming that I'm going to die? I guess be sick from coronavirus.
Great question, RJ. Thanks for sending that through, but it's not currently Q&A. but we will.
But that was a good
definitely-
question.
Yes,
That was a
definitely a good question. Yes, I would tell everyone and get tested, and then self-isolate. And if it was my last days, I would be in isolation. You can't go outside, right? Like you can't do
Still being
anything for
responsible.
funsies. Yeah.
Apparently, the major spread happened in China so everyone was self-contained, yeah? And then it was only one person who was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go out and do my day-to-day shit. And he was the one who caused like the massive outbreak.
Yeah.
Is
So
that
it was
right?
one person.
Yeah, one person.
I think my workmate was telling me about this. They call him patient number something.
Yeah, 60 something.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
59.
59.
Yes.
What else is everyone saying?
Someone wants a kebab. Go buddy jumping.
I think he means bungee.
Or you meant-
I hope he means bungee.
You should go buddy jumping, RJ.
You know what? Buddy jumping sounds pretty good.
Should we open up the floor?
Is it-
Isolation.
Okay.
Eski hasn't answered the question. What have you been doing? You've been going to work. So.
They've been still telling me to come into work because I'm an essential apparently. But what I've been doing isolation when I'm not at work.
Isolating.
Yeah, I made up a new song.
What?
Did you?
By
It's
Corona?
called Self-Isolation.
Go.
Can we hear it?
Self-isolation, self-isolation, self-isolation.
I don't know if you're serious.
Remember digging it.
When's it dropping?
Yeah.
I'm crying. I'm crying.
Can I do the ad-libs?
Self-isolation.
2-7.
Self-isolation.
Blah, blah.
New South Wales Gov has said goodbye to
Choo,
you,
choo.
Eski.
Yeah, these people not a fan.
So if you like that song, please send him a private message, or please tell him if he should continue or not.
It's in your head, right?
John said, "So good, it should be our new national anthem."
Please send stems
Please send
from
stems.
Let's go remix.
What's a stem?
You don't get it. You're not a musician.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm playing. I'm not that rude. It's like a
I know.
like when you
It's a
record
facade. You're projecting
when you
your
record
insecurities.
when you record tracks, it comes in stems. Like you
Oh,
can-
is it when you record tracks and it comes in? stems?
yes,
Yeah,
Ricky,
okay.
you're right.
Oh yeah, like a tree.
So another great thing to do during isolation is learn. Gain new
Yes.
skills, something you've wanted to
agree.
do for a long time. Teach yourself.
Yeah.
There is great resources out there,
Yes.
YouTube, forums, other friends that you can call who are experienced in what you want to learn.
Yeah.
Just try stuff out for yourself as well. Like you
Yeah.
don't even need like right ways of doing things, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, shout out to Maxed Out Films. He was helping me making a few videos here and there.
yeah.
Shout out to Mems.
AKA Max.
Maxi Boy. He's manning the cami wham. Cool. Any other isolation tips?
No, that's it. Sing my song if you guys are feeling
How
lonely.
does it go?
Oh,
there
Self-isolation. 2-7. Self-isolation. Bruh, bruh. Self-isolation.
I'm not going to
Alright.
join in.
Fine.
But
We
yeah.
had fun.
Let's open the floor. A little Q&A. Anyone have some Anyone have questions?
So
Or
could you guys use that little feature, that button next to the send button?
it looks like a box with a question mark in it. And
so
you
we can
Ah.
showcase your questions to everyone
yeah,
else as
so
well.
ask us a question. If you have a question for
What is
us.
If you don't ask it through there, we're not answering it.
All right.
She has coronavirus from listening to your song. I think that's what she's trying to say.
Yeah, please use the feature.
So you can ask us a few questions
Or is this going to be one of those awkward moments when
no one
asks
asks
us
a question. Dennis, ask us a question.
Oh wait, I think a question's coming.
I think a
up
question
right
has
now.
come up as well. Let me just
Whoa.
see.
Maybe one person.
What that mouth do?
So
What mouth?
what?
Thank you, Miss May.
What's the question?
What that mouth do?
What that mouth do? Which mouth?
What does that even mean?
So, some things that mouth can do is cough, is sneeze. But
How can a mouth sneeze?
you can sneeze through your mouth.
She went
So just make sure to always in these
She's going
times, or just like
crazy.
in general,
Wait, what do you mean mouth?
cough into your.
Like, what does your mouth?
Oh, sorry.
do?
We're on tips on dating
Another-
during this isolation period.
Tips
Um,
on dating isolation
Speed round. Speed round.
gloves.
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 Nice.
I don't know because I don't have any dates.
Neither.
Wow.
Speak up.
Me
Video.
too.
I say-
I'm not allowed.
Eski, what's your tips?
Men should definitely use gloves.
What?
How about women?
I'm done. Use your apps. Use Tinder. Use Hinge. Use
Yeah.
Facebook Messenger.
And get to know your person before you meet them, because sometimes,
Ask them if they've been tested.
yeah.
That should be on your
For what?
profile. Coronavirus.
of
For
course.
everything.
Only coronavirus. Everything else is okay.
New question.
If you had toilet paper, how much would you sell it for? Motherfuckers, you know what I saw in the shops?
Oh, here we go.
And I saw it on your story too.
What?
Hand sanitizer being sold for $16. Like a really small hand sanitizer.
Wow.
Bro.
Desperate times come for desperate
That has to be
measures.
illegal. I don't know.
Bro, they were selling a big one for $35.
Bro.
Oh my god, don't
Yeah.
even begin about hand sanitizer. Broccoli. Guys, broccoli
What do you mean
was
broccoli?
$18 a kilo.
Wow.
Oh no, sorry. I'm
think it was
over exaggerating. It was $12. But it felt
Broccoli.
like
Yeah, well,
$18.
Businesses shouldn't be allowed to raise their prices. But if I had toilet paper, I would sell it for $20 each.
If I had toilet paper, I would sell it for another roll of toilet paper, but a bigger roll.
More ply.
What?
So I
Wait,
can
so
have more toilet
You're gonna sell. Sorry. Oh wait. What do you mean? You'll sell toilet paper for a bigger roll? As in,
Like I'll have a bigger roll. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Ignore me. I'll just sell it.
Are you taking like a dealer's approach to the situation? or-
Yeah.
So you're gonna sell it off like in sheets, and then save up till you could buy a 12-pack, and then once you've sold that, you've broken that 12-pack into
then
like
I'll-
what quarters? and then-
exactly.
oh, yeah.
Yep.
Have you seen this? So Dave say Quakers
Yeah.
Hill Chemist Sanitizer, $45.
No
Wow.
way.
Bro,
It-
that has to be illegal.
It
No, he
better
said
be made out of
450
gold.
mil.
Yeah, 450 mil.
Calm
Bro.
down.
Oh no, no,
45 bucks.
whoa, wow.
Wow.
Uh,
Hanep. Okay.
Wow, you're getting
Nance.
called out, Laura.
you're not
How
making
much?
sense.
A guy
Laura.
named RJ saying you don't make sense.
Well, RJ, you don't make sense to me.
A guy named Eski Esk.
Yeah.
How does that song go again?
Well, I'd love to. Do you want me to stand for this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah.
Go straight
No,
to
no,
the
no,
camera.
squat.
Squat?
You
Why
gotta squat for this
squat?
one.
Okay, squat.
And we gotta do it for like a minute and you can't sit down. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go.
Self-isolate. I'll go high.
Self-isolation. 2-7. Self-isolation. Self-isolation. Bro, you just wanted to sit.
Next question.
Thank you for the question.
Okay, there's no more questions.
Hold
Does
up, is
anyone
there
have
another
any
one?
more questions?
27.
as in Duneside 2767.
No, 27. That's
Oh,
Mounty County.
27.
27 is
Is
not only
Eski
in-
single? Asking for a friend.
Ah.
In fact, he is infected. So tell your friend that.
He's off limits, everybody. He's off limits.
I'm single and not ready to mingle.
What do you keep from?
from-
Why'd you guys both read that wrong?
Ricky and I are
Alright.
twins.
Isolation in wild crazy going from keep to do you do what? Answer that.
Yes.
What do you do to keep yourself from going crazy from isolation? Well, I go outside. I walk the dogs. I see my neighbors and make a podcast.
Wow.
That's cool. Dave, can you use the question feature?
Yeah.
Just saying it. I was like, I don't know.
Anyone else?
Anyone
wanna
else?
respond?
What do you? Come on. What do you do? You're like, this is my life. Far.
Yeah, I feel
You introvert.
fine,
Okay,
like-
Siga.
Oh, we're
Ricky.
getting questions on the chat group as well.
Okay, fine. Read them.
Wait, what did Clarissa say? What do you do to keep from going crazy while in isolation?
Wow, you sound so much like Clarissa.
That's how she sounds.
Wow. I could have sworn that
I'm
was
done.
Clarissa speaking just
I'm
then.
done. Okay, go.
Oh, we got next question. Come back.
Self-isolation.
Self-isolation. Self-isolation. 2-7. Self-isolation.
Okay, just to give those viewers, sorry, we are back. We are doing some Q&As. If you got some questions for us about Corona, COVID-19, please use the feature on the bottom next to the text box. If you have any questions, please drop us some questions and we are happy to answer them.
Were there any other questions?
Oh, we had
that-
questions from the ground up and Dave, but
Do you remember
We
them?
didn't see them, guys, so do
I
you want
saw
to put your...
Dave's one.
Oh,
What was Dave's-
it?
what was
Dave's
Dave's
one
one?
was saying what's going to be the new normal. But
Yes,
I didn't
after
read the
the-
second part of that.
The new normal, I guess, would be everyone stay in your house.
Do you think we're
Well,
going towards a utopian direction in the world or a dystopian direction?
Utopia means paradise.
Yeah.
So, what do you
The
mean by
opposite
that?
Of that.
Yeah, I'm saying.
From paradise to non-paradise?
Yeah. Do you think we're going into a direction where we're gonna be like, oh wow, we need to change our ways, or do you think we're gonna be like, oh bro, the world's fucked?
Knowing humanity, the amount of times we feel like we're changing our ways, if anything, we just find new ways to destroy the planet even more so. Right? You're giving me dirties.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just going off a
I can
book.
think of 5 other ways.
I'm just going off a book that I had read about a brief history of Homo sapiens by Yuval Novak or whatever he may be. But he was saying humanity is pretty much going 3 steps back all the time. So we have been destroying the planet. But as you
Yeah.
can see, in Italy, when they went into
That's not
isolation, when they went into isolation, the water was clear.
Yes.
We
Oh,
are
wow.
the problem, people. We are the problem. We would not have corona if some fool did not have bat for lunch.
Okay.
We've got a question, by the way,
Bats.
Yep.
from
So this kind of
her.sh. Hirsch. What up, Hirsch?
So the question is
I don't know if this has been
already asked.
already asked,
But
but do you think there are any positives of COVID?
Yeah, and Leandra, is it Leandra?
Hi, Leandra. I love
She
you.
said, I think it will bring us closer. Like, I think that's a good answer.
Oh, you're so beautiful. Love you, Leandra.
Yo, little jockstrap.
jockstrap, Jesus.
Wow-wee.
Wowee.
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 Okay, so let's go back to Hirsch's
Pretty boys.
Hirsch's question, saying, love you to Leandra, is, I don't know if this has already been asked, but do you think there are any positives of COVID? Oh, wait, Leandra said closer, yes.
Yes. Yes, there are positives.
Do you, do you,
Like
feel,
what?
do you feel close
Let's
to me
go.
now, Mehmet, that we've been spending a lot of time together?
Closer than the normal isolation recommendations.
Yes.
Could we get a zoom in, Dennis? Nice.
On.
Go on.
Yeah, so positives. I mean, yeah, people are getting sick, and we acknowledge that.
Yes.
We're not saying that's good. We're saying people self-isolating is making us use less. And
Yeah.
Yes.
Boom.
and
But explain toilet
Bra-
paper.
bra- bra.
Bruh.
okay, just wait. So I saw something on Twitter. I'm pretty sure it was that we are not the problem. We as humans aren't the problem. It's like the capitalism when
But
that
who
shuts
creates
down.
capitalism? We
Okay,
do.
okay,
so
Let him
okay.
finish.
technically-
Let him
Okay.
finish.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
But
Okay.
just removing ourselves from
Next
that.
question.
Fuck
Go.
all of you.
Go, Mehmet. No, go.
Um,
When you remove capitalism, Siga,
What up,
go.
Peter?
Stop shouting.
Things,
Things.
fish,
Fish, yeah.
Fish in the
So we
canals.
no pollution, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. And on top of
You're getting a lot of
that-
praise, Mehmet. He's getting a lot of praise on the chat
Yeah,
group.
see?
You know what I'm saying?
Much love
Know what
to
I'm saying?
Mems. You guys are jerks.
Please.
Uh, yes, there are many positives, but I feel Leandra has really hit the head on the nail
Mm.
in terms of it brings us closer. We actually check up on each other.
That's right.
We
it-
actually eat meals together.
Yes,
That's
We,
right.
Yes.
you know,
Let's go.
we actually learn to appreciate to lean on one another in
Yes.
during these scary times.
Yes, yes. Let's
And-
go. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess that would be like the most like important positive.
Yeah, and you're
'cause
saving
it's
money,
a
y'all.
foundation.
Oh wait, for those of you that aren't going, that don't have a job, but I'm just saying, like, you're saving money by staying home,
Yeah.
if anything.
And travel time.
Yes,
Yeah.
travel time.
Travel time, not paying for travel as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
yeah.
big one.
People are starting to realize what's important.
Oh, exactly.
From the lion woman herself.
Oh, Leandra.
What up?
Shout
Lion
out to
woman?
Leandra.
Eski's on something. I'm not really.
Ooh.
Okay, next question.
Yes.
on that
New South
corona.
Wales government. Would you support my cam girl career during this isolation period?
Put your OnlyFans link in this comments. I will subscribe right after.
How many?
I mean,
How would you support a cam girl career?
The government of New South Wales. Are we talking about Gladys? Clam
Are
girl?
you talking
I
about
would.
an
Clam girl.
influencer?
I would watch Gladys Cam girl.
Are you talking about
What moves you reckon she'd
influencer
have?
kind of career? But yes, we will be glad and happy to support you.
We support all cam girl careers here at the
Yes.
Western.
Especially Gladys. From the ground up had a question before, but we couldn't see it before.
Do you remember what it was? What was Dave's
they're
question? Okay.
How long do you think it will take for Corona to die down?
The real
I'm going to
Corona is a state of mind. And it will
and
die
Corona will
down
only affect you if you
if you let it. So it'll die down when you let it die down.
Wow.
All right.
No one's really agreeing with me on the chat, but
I feel like Corona will die down when we practice the right things, which is washing your hands, self-isolation, sanitizing.
the
and-
boring answer.
I'm sorry, that's the
Boo.
truth. I feel like Corona will die when you die. Is that a fun
I'm
answer?
playing.
Eski?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, go on, Mems.
I low-key think it's like March 31st is going to come and then like April 1st is going to go. Like Corona's going to finish at the end of March.
Oh,
You heard it here
Why?
first on the Western Mehmet. End of March, Corona is gonna die.
It's going to like, it's just going to go. Like, it's going to be like, I'm bored.
From the ground up, you
Like-
had a question, but we weren't able to read it before. Are you able to re-ask your question?
That's right, April Fools.
On April Fool's. Imagine if it did. Imagine
Okay,
if the
here's the
government came
question.
out
Oh,
and
that's
be
the
like,
one.
April
That's the
Fool's.
question.
Oh, wow.
What's favorite?
It's a nice question.
What's everyone's favorite cartoon show?
I like this question because we're away from Corona.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
let's chill.
What-
I wish there was a cartoon show on coronavirus. Let's talk about that. That would be my
The
favorite.
moment he wanted to go away, we're coming right back in. What's your favorite cartoon, Mems?
Show?
Yeah,
I don't know.
corona related only.
I don't think I have one. Just like the classic, I guess.
What's that?
Just a classic.
What's that?
You know those colorful ones?
Yeah, just like.
What's your favorite?
The ones that look like they're drawn.
My favorite one is Hey Arnold
Oh, wow.
with Helga and
Yeah. Football head.
Football Head.
Ricky?
What's coming to mind now? Obviously, like Dragon Ball Z, which is like the, what do you call it? That. I like Rick and Morty. That was a good one.
Oh
BoJack
yeah,
Horseman.
BoJack Horseman is a good one too.
And what else? Avatar. That's a good one.
Guys, you're missing the most important cartoon.
Simpsons.
Yes!
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy
Oh,
theory.
I mean, if you're 30,
okay.
How old
Satan.
are you?
Why
Oh,
are you talking about my age right now? I'm 29.
Okay, thanks for clarifying. Thanks for clarifying your real
Next
age.
question. What's your favorite sitcom? Oh,
Ooh.
Leandra's favorite. We should play them the song that we made last night.
Oh, so we're coming out with a new sitcom.
So
No, actually, and it's going to be released by the end of this week.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
we
trailer.
have
Yeah.
already
No, we're
started
actually being very
filming
serious.
it.
Yeah.
And Leandra, you would appreciate this. And we even got Dave to do the keys. We all added
We all had a
value.
hand in that. Yeah.
We created the
Added
theme
value.
song, so it's going to be really exciting. But our favorite sitcoms. What's your favorite sitcom?
I like The Office.
The Office. American, though.
British.
Oh. Ricky?
I would say Friends because I watched it today. I actually don't know.
I also don't know.
He's like, because I watched it today. Cool. All right. Anyone have any other questions before we wrap up?
Yeah, I think we got to wrap up.
Yeah, because, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed. We enjoyed this. We had a good laugh. But we'll definitely do another one maybe next.
Your
Who's your
favorite
favorite Avatar
Avatar?
character?
Oh, here we go.
Hot round, like quick.
Lightning round, you
Well,
mean?
Oh, we can't choose Aang though.
All right, don't choose Aang.
All right, Toph, the girl.
All right, go.
Oh, I didn't really watch it.
Boo.
But probably that guy, Zuko.
Oh yeah, so you do watch it.
Hey, I
You
think
know,
my favorite character is the dog.
dog.
The
Wait, is it a dog?
flying dog.
The Aang dog.
Isn't that
Yep.
Yeah.
Appa.
Appa.
You do know Avatar.
Fuck off.
Closet Avatar
Closet
fan.
Avatar fan.
He was playing it cool. He was playing it cool.
Okay, and my favorite one is Zuko as well. I feel like he's very misunderstood.
Is that the fire?
That's the fire guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bad
My Lord
guy.
Zuko.
Yeah.
Okay.
Appa.
Appa. Thank
the
you,
one.
Prodlight.
Quick questions, quick
Podlight.
speed round
That's LA
questions, everybody.
Granville.
Speed
Okay.
round
Two more questions,
questions.
two more
Alright,
questions.
That's
Two more
fine.
questions. Go.
Let's allow for 5 more questions.
How many more is that? That's it?
Dennis is
Okay.
We don't
Oh,
need
we,
to
we
do
act
that.
like there was heaps of questions, but there was no question.
okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Well,
Speed round questions, quick. Got him in before we.
2 more. We have to say thank you before you cut off the line.
Thank you.
Should we thank Corona for bringing us together?
We would have talked about something. Actually, you know, you're right, because we wouldn't be doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So thank
Yeah.
you, Corona.
Yeah.
We appreciate you for.
For being you.
And don't ever change.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thanks, guys.
But change a bit.
Okay.
Change for the better.
Wait, one more
Oh,
question.
Great,
When is the
great final question. Lion the woman.
It's Lion Woman.
It's a good final question.
Well,
Lion. Let me
we-
tell you, Lion woman. No, you go. I'm kidding. You go.
no,
No, that's your friend. That's your friend, Leandra. All right, I'm going to stop. I feel like I've been talking too much.
We're about to see domestic live.
Well, low
Enjoy.
key, we actually have 6 episodes recorded, and we're just in the process of releasing them all. So if you really liked the trailer, I had a few DMs. People said they loved it. So we do have a few epis coming up. So
That we do. Some special guests drop through. That's about it. Exciting
yeah.
times.
thanks, everyone. We
Thanks,
appreciate
everybody.
you. And till next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Can we zoom in on my dog?
Do the song, Eski. Let him finish off.
I'll sing him out. I'll sing him
Yeah,
out. You
let
can
him-
do the dog. The dog.
Go, go, go.
Self-isolation.
Self-isolation. 277.
27. Spacebar.
Self-isolation.
Okay, go. Done.